Hello and welcome to the Reputronomy podcast, your one-stop shop for small business online reputation management tips and tricks. I'm Jeffrey, your host, and today we're diving into the world of reputation audits. Now, when it comes to reputation audits, it's about you understanding where your business is positioned online and whether or not a new customer or an existing customer can understand exactly why they should contact you, how they should contact you, when, and you guessed it, where you're actually located. We're small and often local businesses. Won't it make sense for people to find us where they need it the most? Let's say Google or other platforms. You'll be surprised. A lot of times this goes unnoticed. So we want to dedicate this episode to focusing on ensuring that you either go about it your own way or you hire someone to ensure that this is done for you. But while you're doing that, keep these in mind. First thing, you want to ensure that you have some sort of an alert system. It could be a fancy reputation management tool, or if you've hired a company, ensure that they have some sort of an alert system put in place. This way, you get notified or they get notified whenever your business is mentioned online. It allows you to stay ahead of the curve before it goes viral. You're able to tackle it head on and respond to it, especially if it's a negative, let's say a negative review, you can respond right away. If it's a positive, you can embrace it or even use it or repurpose it for whatever it is that you want to use it for. Always have some sort of like an alert system. One that I can recommend is Google Alerts. The next thing I want you to focus on is your social media. Don't slack off on your social media. It's very easy for us to get caught up in it, but I want you to take a good look at your profiles and just make sure that they reflect your brand's responsibility. Always want to ensure that your brand has the best foot forward. You want to make sure that your brand is right where you need it to be, aligned with your mission and vision. You don't want to forget to interact with your people either. Don't just leave them there. And if there are questions there, don't just leave the questions unanswered. Respond to them. Comment. Address concerns, show off your expertise, leverage this space to show that you're the trusted person they can turn to. And by building this level of trust and credibility, you're going to see the customers line up and it's going to return and come back in your favor. Next tip, don't neglect those review sites and directories. Now, online review sites are like virtual word of mouth platforms. Today, it's even worse. It's like if you're not here and I see a comment about your business and you haven't responded, you probably don't exist. So you don't want to get that perception you don't want to have that perception about your business going around. You've got to pay attention to what your customers are saying. Take the time, schedule it, read through the comments, respond to those reviews, whether they're glowing or not so glowing, please respond to them. And you also want to use that feedback to improve your business. So this time that you spent to understand what people are saying can turn that disgruntled customer into a happy one because you spent the time checking out what people are saying, what's out there, and not taking it personal. The next tip I have for you is it might be time for you to update your website. I know some people spend a lot of money on their website and they want to keep it because after all, it has the information people are looking for, but your website is like the front door of your business. So you want to make sure it's always welcoming and always aligned with the image or the energy that your customers are looking for, or you're trying to invite them to come experience. So you want to check for any broken links. You want to make sure that content is up to date. And if you have any dates on particular things, it depends on what it is, but for the most part, don't have stale content. Just don't. That's just the worst thing that you could ever do for your business. And you also want to make sure that you're optimizing your pages for search engine results. Links, meta, backlinks, all these things matter because it's a big world. And a platform like Google will crawl your page and it wants to list the valuable information as a resource for people to turn to when they're searching and looking. And you want your business to be among those that people are looking. Now this tip goes hand in hand with this next one. Sort out your online listings, particularly for consistency. You want to make sure that your business information is the same across all platforms. If I go on Google and I check your Yelp, but the information is different, I already have a preconceived notion that you're probably not the right business that's really paying attention to the minor details, but you're also a business that doesn't have time for things that I might need you for. So that's already taking a customer from consideration to may not be the ideal business for me. And so your Google My Business, your Yelp, Meta, there's 70 other platforms that your business can show up on. You want to ensure that accurate information is shown across all these platforms and more. And you want to ensure that you consistently update and boost your visibility as well. This is like your ID card. So take it seriously. And with that, there you have it. Here are the tips that I've actually gathered, and I feel if you implement these, you'll be in a really good position moving forward. And you always want to make sure you do these at least 6 months or 1 year. Things change. Remember, your online business, it's really up to the will of the software providers and what people are saying. So you always want to ensure that you're not only have some sort of a notification that alerts you about these changes, but you're also reading up on things and the company you have handling it is responsibly on top of these things. So if you love these tips and strategies and you've been implementing them, but you're still short on time and you want some consistency, we'll be more than happy to have a consultation with you. Go to our website, www.reputronomy.com, just so we can learn more about you and share how we can create some custom strategies for your business. The key here is this is about you. And the most important thing is it's about your customers. So we love to hear from you, love to put you up in a better pace, but it all comes down to what you're looking for and what your customers need. So that's it for this episode. Till next time, as always, please implement, but as always, be safe.